Thank you so much, Ma'am ji. So Sukanya ji, you
Uh,
are
yes,
ji.
uh, yes, she.
हाँ जी बोलिए please.
What? Pardon?
You were actually explaining the things about you.
Yes, yes, I'm telling about. That's all. Now I'm learning. I wish
Mm,
to complete the NET exam.
mm.
Uh, that's the introduction about me.
Okay.
Nothing
Very
else.
nice.
Nothing else. Okay. I'm
Okay.
in Chennai. It's
Mm.
yeah, it's a little difficult to understand Hindi if you take classes.
Okay. You don't understand Hindi like written Hindi, or you don't understand the Hindi like verbal or the communication wise.
Verbal. I can read, but I can't understand if you speak in Hindi. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
Nice.
now I'm learning Sanskrit and completed 2 exams and learning Sanskrit.
That's really nice.
Okay.
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 Shall I move on for our subject today?
What?
Shall I move to our subject today? Right now, I cannot take that everyone's brief introduction because we are shortage with the time and have to complete. If you all are ready,
It's echoing,
please.
I think.
Your voice is echoing.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
keep listening. Just give me a moment, please. Please give me a thumbs up if it is okay. Thank you. Okay, we'll start our subject. It's anatomy. We all are aware about the human anatomy. Somewhere, not exactly. We know about each and everything, each and every side of the human anatomy, correct? The screen is representing to you. Is it visible? Not yet.
Not it.
Not yet. Not yet.
Unable. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And the things that we all need to understand regarding the anatomy is very major part is whatever we are doing, how our body is reacting to it. What are the causes? How it is reacting? What exactly the the modes? How our body in reality it is taking all the things like pranayam, like asana, the balancing and everything. How it is taking up all these things. So our body is made up of so many things. We all know. We studied. We are quite aware about it, right? Those who are not from the background or never studied biology ever, didn't like the biology ever. Is there anyone? So I started with in a different way. Am I audible?
Yes,
So
Ronnie.
Yes,
is
ma'am.
Ji. So
Already
is there
I
anyone? Mm-hmm.
yes, but I while doing YCB level 3 and 6, uh, it was little familiar to me.
Okay.
Uh,
What about Disha ji?
Absolutely. I studied PCMB and did my BSc in Yoga Science and MSc from SVASA regular in yoga therapy, as well as I'm doing my PhD right now. But
Mm-hmm.
I need GRF, that's why. So
Oh,
comfortable
very
in it.
nice. You're working with all the patience you have and your hard work. It will definitely going to pay off.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. And Usha ji?
Yeah, Hariom. I'm also PCMB student, and then I did my CA. So I'm a chartered accountant. I moved to I did my MS yoga just now done. So in that, I've learned about the anatomy, physiology also. So I'm familiar with the subject now.
Okay, very nice. So, who is the left? Rash Gupta ji.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
Yash Gupta. I'm pursuing MSc Yoga Science from Central University, Haryana.
Haryana. Okay,
Yeah.
very
Yes, ma'am.
nice. So you all are quite very much aware about the biology anatomy level, right? And who is left? There's one person is left. Sumit ji.
Yes. So I have completed my MSc from SVSA last year, and I'm trying to get cracked in with for JRF.
Okay. So you majorly you all are waiting for your JRF, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And net, of course, the net. So basically, you all are very much aware about the anatomy and the physiology, the structural level, the functional level of our body. So majorly, what you are required to learn here is the tips and the tricks to get through your course. So I would suggest to you that from this course or from these classes, you will be going to aware about the, I mean, kind of a syllabus which will going to be help you to crack your exam or to clear your exam with the flying colors. That is the only advantage you will get through these classes. Okay, Kaleshwari ji, may I know your Kaleshwari, I guess.
Hari Om,
It's
ma'am.
Kalesh. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ji.
Hari
May
Om,
I
ma'am.
know? Hello.
Kalishwari, ma'am. My name is Kalishwari.
Kaleshwari ji. What is your
Ma'am,
background?
I am finished MSc Yoga, ma'am, in
Mm-hmm.
Chennai Sports University.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing business in our home. I'm, and also part-time job in school also. Online yoga class also I conducted. Um, now 2013 already I joined MDYA. But some personal problem I discontinued that time. Now I joined.
Okay. So hopefully everything will be all right now. I mean, if the circumstances and the events that you had faced till now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. My connection is quite weak. I'm not able to share the details right now. I'm in the PDF. Just give me a moment. I'm still trying. Do let me know. The screen is shared. I mean, the screen is visible to everyone.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
First
ma'am.
it
No.
comes, or it
Give me a moment.
disappears.
Okay, just like previously it was. Just give me a moment, please. Please let me know if it is available or not.
No, ma'am.
No, not yet.
It's say presenting. It is showing on your phone window or something. Phone. You are using a mobile phone or laptop.
My phone, my laptop is not working right now. Nothing is working right now. Not even laptop, not even my phone. I'm trying
No,
to
but
connecting with both the sides.
no. Actually, it shows little like on the mobile presenting, but again it goes off.
Okay. I don't know why it is creating any problem. Help me. No, it is available.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now it's yeah.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. I'm using Aditi Sahal's PDF. She's a fantastic anatomy and physiology teacher, and she gave us this beautiful PDF so that it will be helpful for a JRF exam, UGC NET JRF exam. For everyone, it is very, very helpful, and those who are in the league to crack their JRF, this is the best PDF to refer. So, right now, it is very easy to understand our human body. No, it's not. It's really not. But yes, if structurally, if you feel like how our body works, how our body is doing, how our body reacts to everything, it is really important to understand and to know about the life or body components. These are the units, just like a normal thing which is made up of anything. Like if I talk about in real life, we talk about the atoms. In normal life, we talk about a house which is made up of bricks. If we talk about the food we made, we say these are the rice. So rice is made up of like those granules, correct? Those rice granules. We talk about this. We are talking about the pulao. If we talk about the pulao, means those rice granules we're talking. If we go into the deep, we are going to on the cellular level. It's cellular level, correct? If we talk about a cell, a human body, or anyone's body, or any living body in the entire world or in the entire universe, every living body has a cell. That is the smallest unit that we all know about it till now, correct? And that there are two types of cell majorly, okay? Because we have different or variety of bodies we can see, living bodies. Few are small, few are like moving, few are not able to move, but some of them are like they can do only one thing or two things like that, and they are few of them are like made up of or capable of doing so many things at that one time. So, which is the prominent thing or prominent unit or prominent, uh, I would, if I refer that what makes it more functional, then I would suggest, I would say it's cell. What is it? What is the structure? I would say it is again because of the cell. And if I say how it think, how it managing their life, again I would say it is because of the cell. So the line or the definition that we have read till nowadays, when we were young, we were in school, we always have been taught with the one definition, which is a favorite line: cell is the structural and functional unit of an organism. Organism means what? Simply, which is organized, that is known as organism. Okay, why do we term it as a cell? Why cell? Because the one who discovered it, who discovered the cell, is Robert Hooke. When he saw something in a plant cell, he discovered in a plant cell, where so he when he was discovering it, so he saw something under the microscope that it is something like a like a small rooms are there. So he named it cella. Cella means like nowadays we call it as cell, but at that time in the Latin word it is cella. Means small compartments are there. The structure is like if I want to name something, if I see something, a kind of a structure, drawing, any painting, I want to name it. So he named it as a cell, as a cella for those small compartments and the rooms. Okay, but after years and years and later, we came to know about this is a basic thing in our body, which provides a structure, which provides a function to whom? Our organism. Structurally, what it gives, how the cell gives us structure. In itself, there's two things, that one is cell wall and a cell membrane. We later on come to know that which type of cell contains cell wall and which type of cell contains cell membrane. Okay, both are the quite the similar thing, but it is depend on the type of organism where the cell wall is present. And there are some organisms where cell wall is not present. Cell membrane is the prominent thing. Cell membrane works as a cell wall, but it is not necessary to say the cell membrane, cell wall is very necessary. It is necessary on the rigid structures. Generally, we say in plants. Not generally, it is in plants where because of the which they have a very different kind of structure and they are not movable in way. And in cell membrane, the shape, the structure of any body changes according to its cell membrane. That is why any organism shape itself, any organ have its own shape because of what? Cell membrane or the cell wall again. Depend on the organism to organism. Okay. Now, what are the function then? Why it is called a functional unit? It is so small. Does it really function so well? Yes, it really functions so well. How and why? Because that cell we are talking about, those small rooms. Each room has so many things which work together to perform a functional activities or those activities which really makes an organism well functional or well structured. It basically work via nucleus. Nucleus is the majorly known as a king. If I say it is known as a king, okay, and then there are lots of other organelles in the cell which provides different functionalities so that a cell works in a in a organized manner. Okay, so cell is what? Cell is a structure and functional unit of an organism, any organism. Okay, so whether it is made up of one cell, whether it is made up of multiple cells. A cell will be the structure and the functional unit. Okay, this is the only thing which provides structure and the functions. Okay, any function if you talk about, whether I'm talking, whether we can see, whether I can think, whether I can do anything, if I remember anything, if the past life, if I do the yoga, if I do anything, we majorly talking about the cell, whether we are doing exercise, everything. If I am doing, my cells are doing basically. Okay. If I'm remembering anything, or if there is anything in my memory, it is because of the cell again. Okay. Now, cell is vary in size again. Yes, cell do vary in size. Different sizes, small to small and large to large. It depends on its structure, the way it is. We're going to know again. I'm saying structure, but I'm here. I want to refer is the cell shape. The cell shape is different in different organism as well. In our body there are lots of different types of cells which has different kind of shapes. Okay, just like in this world we have different type of faces of human, but all are humans. Japanese, Chinese, Indian, Mangalo, and sorry, Pakistani, if I say any Russian, German, some of them looks alike and some of them not. Correct? Just like cell, they have structurally or functionally they are quite very different. Sorry, similar to each other because just like human, but they are different in size, like height, and in different ways. Okay, their shape differ. The word cell comes from the cellar. It's a small room. Though it is a very simple information right now, but trust me, sometimes they do ask in the question as in your exam that it's a Latin word cella and what does it mean? And after studying so hard and we just forget, oh, cella, what does that refer? It's a small room, compartment, what exactly it was. So sometimes the simple things may come to your exam and you may forget because we are quite far from the basics. Okay, I mean, you all guys have done so much in your life, so maybe you forget the simple thing, just a very simple word. It was nothing though, but a very simple thing. Discovered by who? Robert Hooke. Again, this was also a question in your exam as well. Okay, so maybe we have learned so many things. We understand so much in human body. These questions do ask, or these questions are the usually come in the examination in UGC NET. Approximately 200 types of cells in the body? Yes, approximately. 200 times. Okay, so what is shape generally? There's no exact fixed shape. We just simply say it like just like the compartments. So there's a general picture of cell is given here, which provides you or which is showing you cell membrane, which is the outer covering, just like a normal, like we have a boundary of our house, just like that. Okay, the mitochondria. Who is a mitochondria? Mitochondria is an electrician. You may say it's an electrician. Why electrician? Because it is providing us a power. This mitochondria has its own DNA and everything. Okay, but we are need not to go into that deep because our exam won't ask you this much. Okay, but our mitochondria provides you the power. It use the food items, food whatever we eat. It use those food items or in a lay. I would say whatever we eat, it uses to make an energy. That energy is used by the different parts of our body, different organs. So different organs has different type of mitochondria. Always remember that. This is just a basic. This won't be going to be asked in your question paper, but this is just a basic. That mitochondria, because cell of every organ is different, and hence the mitochondria which requires more energy, those organs has more mitochondria, just like our skeletal muscles, our heart, our liver. These all are having a different type of cells, different type of mitochondria. Okay, and who is the chief of cell? The chief of the cell is nucleus. Why nucleus is the chief of the cell? Because it contains DNA. It contains a real, it commands that what you have to do, how you will going to look alike, how you will going to behave, how your past memories are, how you have to be, I mean, the things you need to require, like this more going to be learned or understand in brain if when we're going to learn brain neuroanatomy, when we're going to learn this will gives you more enhancement regarding the behavior psychologically and everything, because that helps. Again, there are lots of other things also accompanied uh, to understand the behavior and the mental capacity or the cognitive level of any human. Okay, but nucleus is the chief because it gives you the command in each and every level, uh, uh, to make a new cell or not to make a new cell, everything. If nucleus is there, some cells where nucleus is not there. Okay, there are some cells where nucleus is not present. Okay, we were going to learn that, and those questions definitely come into your examination. What is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is a quite like a watery type of liquid. I would not say use the word water only. I would say liquidy type. It is see like a liquidy type of substance present in the cell. So we call it as cytoplasm. And there are some ribosomes. Though there are lots of other things also present in the cell. We will going to read one by one. There are two types of cell. The one is, in majority we divide types of cell in majority. One is prokaryotic, the second is eukaryotic. The one who is having one cell only, we call them a prokaryotic. Again, pro means before. Before means when there is no nucleus in the body. And one is a true eukaryotic, multicellular, where the nucleus is present. Okay? Just now I have explained few cells which does not have nucleus, few cells which do have nucleus. Okay, there are some different way as well to explain, and organism wise we're going to learn why and how. Okay, the prokaryotic don't have the membrane bound nucleus. Okay, that is the real thing, nucleus, but it is not a membrane bound prokaryotic. That's why I said organism to organism wise. This prokaryotic is unicellular. Yes, it does contain carrion space nucleus. Before nucleus means just a simple line need to understand over here. Prokaryotic means those cellular organism unicellular. Only one cell is there. It creates a different type of shapes with the only one with one cell only. But those do not have a cell. The nucleus does not have any membrane. It's just mixed with the cell cytoplasm only. Okay, just like um, earlier in eukaryotic, what happened in multicellular organism? What happens if the nucleus is there? We are saying nucleus is there. In the above definition, we also say that nucleus is there. Then what is the difference? The difference is the nucleus has its membrane, but in eukaryotic there is no membrane. Oh, sorry, in eukaryotic there is a membrane. Means in cytoplasm, nucleus can be differentiated easily with because of its membrane. There is a barrier between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. That is the barrier we know as a the nucleus membrane, which is important. In prokaryotic, there is no difference. There is no barrier between that. Okay, and because of that there is a different kind of shape. I mean those organisms have different type of shapes, and which we already learned in our classes, in earlier classes. That is, one is amobia, bacteria. Yes, bacteria. Those bacterial infection we say, and then lots of different type of bacteria there, but in general these bacteria are made up of only one cell. Okay, paramecium, and there are lots of others. Okay, in eukaryotic have membrane bound nucleus. Means again the nucleus is present, but it has its own outline. You may say this, that a king has its own room, or in a castle there is a special room for a king in eukaryote. But when we say prokaryote, a king is living like a normal other people, just like with them, and sitting with them, eating with them, just like that. Okay, that is the only difference you can, if you want to relate in a normal life. Multicellular consists of more than one cell, which is normally we can understand with the definition as well as eukaryotic, just like humans, animals, plants. Okay, and different type of cells are there in the human body, which we will going to learn afterwards as we proceed. Structure again, that is a very important thing. Structure, basic things will be going this I mean basic things will be the question in your examination. So basic things you just need to remember only few things. Just go through with that and you will remember everything. There's no need not to pay too much of attention in human anatomy. Trust me, those who has a good background of biology, they need not to give too much of attention. You just need to give attention to the basics, what you have read earlier, because they would ask you this much in general regarding the names, regarding the terminologies, or anything that has been used for any particular word, like that. Just like uh, what is the Golgi body? Who is the powerhouse of the cell? Just like that. Simple questions. Okay, but the knowledge that you have in your biology, that will going to be useful to understand the asana and the pranayam. And when in question paper, they would ask you in the therapy level. I mean, the therapy, they will test your knowledge, how much you know, how much you understand the asana and the human anatomy. Okay, move on to the structure of the cell. Cells are organized into three main regions. A single cell. Right now, we are talking about the only one cell. We are not talking about the multicellular organism. Nothing. No. Now we are studying about the only cell, how it has been structured, constructed. Okay. The last layer, I mean, the boundary of any house is made up of bricks. Correct. It could be made up of anything else as well, depend on the like layer of or a boundary of plants sometimes. But here in our body, it is in human body. This cell is we are talking about right now in a human body. Cell membrane, which is also known as a plasma membrane. Okay, plasma membrane. The components of plasma membrane. This will be a question as well, but we'll be going to study. Okay, as we proceed. Cytoplasm, the liquidy part, and the nucleus, the king of the cell. Okay, yeah. What is the plasma membrane or the cell membrane? Again, the outer covering, a bag or a purse or a outer covering of any house or any garden, anything that you have to remember the way that you can. Okay, This is the outermost layer or outermost uh, barrier of a cell, which defines as a border also, and it is a double layer. Semi-permeable. Semi-permeable means it has its gatekeepers. Lots of gatekeepers are there. They would allow only the people, just like in any society, if you enter or any, if you remember any, um, if you go to anyone's house, they will ask you, to whom you want to meet. They will ask you, right? The gatekeeper will definitely going to ask you whom you want to meet, and if you go to the society, you have to write down your name and everything, the details, correct? Then they will allow you to enter. Before this, when you're writing all the details, they will definitely going to confirm with you or the owner of the house that this person is coming. Do you want to meet, or I mean, do you know that person? Would we allow them to come for your house? Then you say yes. Then when you say yes, only then the particle or the or anything that will allow to enter into the cell. That is why it is known as a semi-permeability. Means there is a semi-permeability is there. Everything needs to ask the permission or need to have a passcode, just like that. Okay, to enter the password, and then you can enter into the room. In the hotel room, we have a key. If you have a key, you can enter. Okay. Why the double layer we're talking about? See, the layer is just like it is working like the gatekeeper is all, inside and the gatekeeper is also outside. Two gatekeepers are working simultaneously. If you want to understand this away, this will be very easy to understand. That two gatekeepers are working at one time. One is inside towards the home, and one is outside the home. Okay, that is why it is said as a double layer. Again, between them there are lots of other things also present, but in detail we may not to go. The one who know, they are very nice, because you understand more in a better way. Made up of phospholipids and the protein. That layer, that boundary is made up of that double layer, that semi-permeable layer. Those gatekeepers are made up of what? Phospholipids and the proteins. Okay, these uh, these proteins or these phospholipids, they allow anything. No, they allow only few things. That is why it is a semi-permeable. Okay, it is a lipid bilayer. Basically, phospholipids. One side is phosphate, one side is a lipid. Lipid in general we know known as fat. That is the fat present in the oil, the fat present in the butter. If you can make the connections slowly and wisely. That is why the fat is also required in the body. Why? It helps in this way. Of course, and in the nutrition level, how much we need to eat, it does not mean that my cells require so much of fat, lipids, so I will eat lots of fat and the oil and everything, all of that. No, 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 no. Everything in our body is required in a certain amount only. After that, it will create a problem, just like in Ayurveda, it is called as a dosh. Okay, means it will create a problem, disorder, or disease uh, in itself if you eat anything more than the quantity is required in our body. Okay? Then the proteins. Proteins are different type of proteins are there. There's not only one protein is present in our body. Okay, there are lots of different proteins. You will going to learn in diet and nutrition chapter. Okay, there are different type of proteins are present in a food, and our body consume few types of protein only. Okay, but here we are not talking about which type of protein is making a cell membrane or a plasma membrane. Okay, but in general, if they ask you the question, cell membrane is made up of what? Lipids or protein? You will click on the both. If it asks you phospholipids or proteins, you will click again on both. Okay, and if they ask you some phosphate and protein, no, only protein, because not only phosphate is there. Okay, only phosphate is not there. It is a mixture of phospholipid. Okay, but in previously I said, if they said lipid and the protein, it just generally we say lipid bilayer. So if the option available lipid and protein, so you can click it. Okay, if the both option is available, like lipid and protein, A, B option phospholipid and protein, then more accurate will be phospholipid and protein. Okay, okay. The protection level. I mean, the of course the gatekeeper. We guard them for what? To guard ourselves. Why the gatekeepers are there? To protect ourselves. Protect from whom? From bacteria, from virus, and everything. From the infection to come in body. Correct? And the gatekeeper allow or do not allow. If the gatekeeper says no, why the gatekeeper is saying no? Because you don't have any pass key. Or you maybe for me as a gatekeeper, I don't feel that you are a person or the right person who is going to meet the owner of the house. I don't feel that. I feel something fishy is there. So cell won't allow you. The gatekeeper won't allow you to enter. Okay? And sometimes you feel the presence of you is just like a foreign body, but you have pass key or passcode. Then you can enter the body. You can pass by the gatekeeper. This is dangerous. You are not going to give any goodness. You will going to harm the cell or the owner, but still you have a pass key. You can pass the gatekeeper or the security very easily. These are called the viruses. Sometimes we usually know how they get in the cell. Okay, quite deep, but yes, there are lots of other things which shape or which mask themselves as a normal person or as a normal family member of any house. As a gatekeeper, just they force the gatekeeper basically. Okay, sometimes, but not everything. Not everything can enter into the house or into the room or into the society. So what who is guarding the gatekeepers? Who are the gatekeepers? Again, the permeability. Oh, sorry, the membrane. Okay, these are the channels. We will going to study about this, or we will learn this more in our chapter when we study about the brain. Okay, majorly we're going to study from there. Okay, because this is the really interesting, again, yet more fruitful if you learn over there, because then you can understand more about the neurons in a deeper level, which is important. Now, cytoplasm. Now we have entered into the room or in the society in anyone's house. Okay, now we are entering the cytoplasm, sorry, in the cell. Now the gates are open, gatekeeper has allowed you. What you have seen, what you are watching it, what is all around. This is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is what? Cytoplasm is like a liquid, something liquid is there. Okay, liquid is there, but what we have to do with that liquid? Now you're walking into the liquid part of the cell, present between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane. Again, it's like a king house or the king's room, and you are roaming all around in the in that society. Or you may say there's a society. There is one building is known as a nuclear or nucleus. Okay, a king, and the rest of the society or the houses or the flats you're roaming all around, you can easily go. You can easily see everything. So in the between the boundary and the king's house or the building, there's lots of other houses. There are lots of other flats are there. So in that flat or those flats are in which they're like basically if we say in normal life we say on the land, but herein it is on the liquidy part, that is cytoplasm, the cytosol, plus the variety of organelles. Then lots of other things are there. Here we are going to learn very few things, very few organelles. But in deeper level, those who have studied a lot, they know there are lots of other things as well. More than that, okay. It's a viscous and colorless watery material, quite thick, quite thick. Okay, contains a large percentage of water. That's why I said not watery. It contains water plus inorganic ions, organic compounds, and organelles. They won't ask you this much, but yes, you have to remember, you have to learn, you have to study new things about the human anatomy. So, watery and water and inorganic and organic compounds are there, and lots of organelles are there. Organelles are what? Organelles are just like a news or lots of flats are there. Okay. In technical level, if I say with more in into the terms of biology, organelles could be understand there are lots of other uh, cellular cellular could say uh, organisms, or would say cellular functionalities which perform different functions all together to perform a cellular activity. Okay. Yes, cytoplasmic organelles. What are these organelles which I said? Functional activities. What are they providing? Mitochondria. Yes, there's one mitochondria. The one person, or could say there are lots of people are in the cytoplasm. They are doing different work. The one is mitochondria. As I said, it works as an electrician in a house. That it provides lots of power to our body. Okay. Endoplasmic reticulum, it is divided with a different words, endo and plasmic and reticulum. Okay, we'll understand afterwards, otherwise without picture you won't be getting through what exactly the endoplasmic reticulum is. Then Golgi apparatus, yes, we will going to study about this. There's not too much to study or too much to know about it. This they are only definitions and a little bit of the functionality. Okay, not too much. Then ribosome, then lysosome, centrosome. Have each and every component or organelle has its own functional. It's standalone. Nothing will going to provide the functionality. I mean, if I want to alter or if I want to replace mitochondria, no, there's nothing else. Just like mitochondria. Okay, there's nothing else like endoplasmic. So every organelle has its own functionality, performing their own standalone functions or the roles. Okay, mitochondria. It is basically found in a shape of oval or rod shaped types. It vary in number again. Yes, it vary in number. Why it is vary in number? Depend on the organ to organ. That mitochondria means energy is required. Depend on organ to organ. Heart always is pumping 24/7. It is pumping. So it requires different type of mitochondria. My skeleton muscles, it requires the movement all the time. But 24/7, no, not 24/7. But yes, it requires the energy, lots of energy. If I do asana, if I do any physical or jumping or something that like kind of a work, it requires the mitochondria. Correct? So it vary in number from different organ or different muscles type, you may say. Okay, because there are different things in our body. It change shape continuously, yes, because it has to provide energy and it has to restore the energy as well. It stores the energy as well, no? Because it not just like I need energy and I just get all the things. Okay, just like if I want to make food, I'm not going to market just right now. If I want to make a food and that is my job, then I have to store some of the raw material. Of course, just like a restaurant, they are not going to, oh, ma'am, you need to have pizza. I'll just get everything from the market first, then I'll make it and then I'll give you. Is that does that it works like this? No. It also stores some sort of energy for the future and some energy which you are required right now. Just like right now, I need required energy to speak, to give my hand movements while explaining. Okay. Function: break down food molecules to produce energy. Edo sorry, adenosine triphosphate (ATP). Very important term. Okay, known as powerhouse of the cell or energy factory. Okay, you may refer to anything. This question is also seen in the examination, previous examination. Okay, then what is endoplasmic reticulum. Network of membranous fluid-filled tubules means there are lots of tubules, means tubes are there, lots of tubes, connecting tubes are there, and the fluid is filled in those tubules. Okay, uh, so what we have to do with that? If it is something or tubules like a structure is there, what is the real purpose? What exactly it provides us? That is the real thing that we need to understand about the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, it is a structure. It's structure wise. I want to understand how does it look like. Okay, okay. It's a network. It's a network of what? It is a network of tubules. Tubule means like a tube, like a structures. Okay, those tubules contain some fluid, membranous fluid. Okay, these are connected to the outer layer of the nucleus. Means this is quite associated or very close to the nucleus. Okay, what is connected to the nucleus or very near to the nucleus is endoplasmic reticulum. That is why it is called as endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, types. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Very important again. The one is rough, the second is smooth. Okay? In short, we call it as RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Another one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. What is the difference between the two? Okay, I got it with the rough and the smooth, but what are the difference in the functionality? Is there any difference in functionality? Yes, there are lots of difference in the functionality as well. What does that? In the rough, it covered with the ribosomes, and the smooth is without the ribosome. So, which is providing the friction, which is providing the roughness to the endoplasmic reticulum? That is the ribosome. Very important question. I guess if I'm not sure, if I'm not wrong, I'm sorry. I have seen this question in previous year that what makes it the rough endoplasmic reticulum. That is the ribosome. Because of the ribosome, the endoplasmic reticulum is rough. Okay, it synthesizes protein. The one who has the ribosome, it synthesizes the protein. The one who does not have the ribosome, smooth one. It synthesizes lipids, detoxification, synthesizes steroid hormones, which is also a protein though, because hormones are made up of protein. Okay. So they are the difference in between the two. The one is the endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, the one uh, uh, I would say organelle is there. Then there are types smooth and the rough. Okay, the smooth provides uh, the smoothness is because of the it is because of the ribosome without. Okay, and it synthesizes lipids, detoxification, and steroids for synthesis of steroid hormones. And the one who contains or who is occupied with the ribosome on it, it is because of the ribosome, it is rough or the friction, it has its some friction. Okay, and it synthesizes the protein. This is really important term. Okay. Okay, Golgi apparatus known as Golgi body, if I'm pronouncing it correct. Golgi, sometimes it's Golgi, few sometimes say it as a Golgi. So it's Golgi apparatus or the Golgi complex. These are the complex vesicles and folded membranes. Means this is just like a sometimes we see the ads of chocolates. It will just go like one on to the another, but it submerged or it just got mix, that there's no layer. So just only just to understand that there are lots of layers. Or if you say, if I'm folding a curtain, there are lots of layers in it. Correct? If I fold a curtain, so there are lots of folded membranes. Means you may say this. There's a long membrane, and I just fold it down in some sort of a, like I have to fold down to just place it back into the almirah or into the back anywhere. Okay, so it's just a membrane which has been folded in layers. Okay, just like it seems like that, and it's lots of vesicles are there. Vesicles are like a ball, like a structures, like it burst easily. Those vesicles, those balls burst easily. Okay, it is filled with lots of chemicals. Vesicles is full of chemicals. Okay, it is near the nucleus. Again, this one is also near the nucleus. The endoplasmic reticulum is also near the nucleus. Okay, remember the two things. The two things are near to nucleus. It's just like a king is having the both the hands, right and left. So one is Golgi apparatus, and the other one is endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, the functions. What are the functions they are providing to the nucleus or to the cell? Yes, it is providing the both, but yes, while it is near to the nucleus, it is providing the role of store and modifies the protein. Modifies the protein according to the usage that the cell require. I mean, the requirement of the cell. Okay, and it stores the protein. Which I already told you. If uh, in a restaurant, if something needs to be baked, if something needs to cook, we have some sort of raw material is also always present is there. So it stores protein means it stores proteins for the as a raw material. Okay, and then it modifies according to the requirement or according to the need. Okay, it prepares protein for transport. Very important thing. It is preparing I mean, it just take up the protein, okay, and supply to the different parts of the cell. Oh, you required protein? Okay, I have some. Okay, I will give you. Then everyone is just waiting. The Golgi apparatus will come and supply me the protein. Why? Because it is transporting the protein. Okay, it's like a vehicle for a protein. You may say this like formation of liposomes. Liposome is not that important as per examination. If you know the functionality, then it's good. But if you don't, then you can skip or you give a pass by. Okay. Today the time has been up. I will start the ribosome from the next class if you allow me, or if you are comfortable to learn more. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, audible.
Okay.
Yes, it's audible.
So shall I continue or I continue for the next class because it's already 6:05?
Can continue this one, ma'am,
Okay.
because there is some problem.
Okay, thank you so much. I continue. Then there is another organelle which is ribosome. Ribosome what? It is present on the endoplasmic reticulum and it provides a friction. That is why it provides the roughness on the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, though you may say there are two best friends. The one is endoplasmic reticulum and the ribosome. Okay, the rough one. Okay. The small granules composed of protein and RNA, ribonucleic acid. Very important term, but yes, sometimes in the exam they do ask you the definition of RNA and DNA. They would ask you in as in pair-wise, like RNA and DNA. They give you the definition. Sometimes in an individual definition, what is RNA, what is DNA. Okay. Sometimes in collab. Okay. So this is a ribonucleic acids. What are the ribonucleic acids? These are very much important for our formation of uh, different proteins of our body. Okay, and these are the small granules, just like sesame seeds, like sesame seeds on the top of the bread. Small granules composed of what? Protein. It is made up of the protein and the RNA again. Okay. Always remember why it is providing the friction because of the protein and the nucleic acid present on it. On what? Endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. They are the again the ribosome also types. It of course it has its own types. Why so? Because it is providing a different functionality or different synthesis. Okay. The free ribosomes are there, and there one is bound ribosome found free in the cytoplasm. This is just like you can see it is playing everywhere in the cytoplasm. Okay, the one is bound attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. So there are two types of ribosome. So one, if you say there are some of the granules which is in the cytoplasm. If I want to name it as something, so I say yeah, it is its structure, its functionality is quite similar to ribosome. Then I say, no, 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 it is a ribosome. The one who is attached to the ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, that the one, the same ribosome is the best friend of endoplasmic, reticulum. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum. It's best friend. The one is not his best friend, or any friendship is there. They are just moving freely in the cytoplasm. They are just playing all around. Okay, you may, if you want to remember this way. Everyone has its own tricks on a different way to remember. But again, it's a science, and biologically there are lots of ribosome. Is why it is spread all over the in the cytoplasm, because endoplasmic reticulum uh, use these ribosomes for their functional functions, for their protein synthesis. As when their function is complete, they lose it, and the new one is got attached to it to provide the new functionality. So this on and off function is there. Okay, they stick to it and they just get all over it, all over from it. Okay, so lots of ribosome is present just because of its I would say no, if they got in the job, they are doing their role. If they are not in the job, they are not doing their role. So if they are in the cytoplasm, they are doing different role. If they are on the endoplasmic, then they are doing different roles. Okay, they have different roles apart. Okay, don't mix these two ribosome together. But yes, they provide a functionality which is very similar to each other. Okay, quite I would say not very much, quite similar to each other. Okay, the function which they provide ribosome at the site of the protein synthesis, they both make a protein. Okay, known as the protein factory of the cell. Okay, I would say they help in preparing the protein. Those who know the chemical formula of the protein and the types of different types of protein, they know where the ribosome actually provide the real or what is the real role of the protein. Sorry, ribosome by synthesizing a protein. Okay, so herein, what you need to remember, according to the exam point of view, you need to remember only ribosome, its composition, protein and RNA, and its types, free and bound. And function, which is very important, that is it is the protein factory. Or the question may arise this way, it's a previous year question, then who is known as, or which organelle is also known as the protein factory of the cell? Then you will click on ribosome. Okay, it synthesizes protein. May question did they may ask you this way, uh, which organelle synthesize protein? So if ribosome is there, then you will click on the ribosome. Okay, lysosome. Lysosome is what? Membrane bound cell organelle. It has its own membrane. It has its own barrier. Okay, it has a, you may say it has its own house. Okay, round or oval shape, not rod-like, just like a mitochondria. Small structures contain variety of enzymes that function as intracellular digestive system. Means there are lots of enzymes are there which are required to digest the food and to digest the different elements around us. Something usable, something unusable. Okay, the enzymes provide you to digest, means to engulf all those, to use it in a different way. The enzyme is providing this extra X factor. That's why it is called as a lysosome. Okay, in normal language, there is a bag, and in this bag I have lots of potents are there. Those potions, you say, those potions are lots of medicines are there. The medicines are required for digestion. Okay, so this is a bag which is the bag named as a lysosome, and in this bag there's lots of enzymes. Different, there's not only a single enzyme, there are lots of enzymes are there. Okay, which provide the intracellular, means intra means there is one inter and there is one intra. Intra means within the cell. So it provides a digestive system within the cell, not between the two cells. Okay, so it is a kind of enzymes or the medicine, you say, just like sometimes we require lots of, if we eat lot of food and we are not able to digest, so we think, oh my goodness, I'm too heavy right now. I need some hajmola or some please give me something. I'm not able to digest my food. I have ate something. I really don't know. So, which provides you the some digestion, or would say which helps you to digest the food. That may be any medicine or any hajmola or uh, any medicine that you have taken. Correct? Those enzymes right now here are these other medicines are the enzymes we know as. Okay, where they have which bag save those enzymes? Lysosome. Always remember this. Okay? Why? Because this again the question will ask you how the question will be made up. I'll show you one second. Digest the unusable materials within the cell. Very important. Again, very very important. This line. Digest unusable material. Okay, unusable means which is not for any good use now. I mean, like a leftover, you may say, or you say something a garbage. That is a correct one, the garbage. Okay, and also known as a digestive apparatus, lysosome, or self-digestive machine. So anything the question may be like this: which cell organelle is also known as digestive apparatus or cell digestive machine? You will going to click on the lysosome only. Okay. Destruction of dead cells organelles means what does it do? If there are lots of dead cells are there, it will going to eat those dead cell organelles. Okay. Just like there are lots of organelles which die after they provide their functions and they just die over there. And to clean that room, to clean that cytoplasm, the one needs to be there, right? The one who has to clean regularly on regular interval. That helper in normal day to day life, we say the one who gives you the clean the floors, correct? We call them a helper or a maid. So who is the maid? Who is the helper of the cell? Is the lysosome. It clear out the unusual things. Sorry, unusual usable things. Any garbage is there. Any dead cell organelle is there. It will eat up or it will going to throw it out. Okay, it will majorly it will eat up. Sometimes in like earlier days, people say it will throw out. No, it will not. It is not throwing it out. It is eat up. The lysosome eat it up. Okay, known as the societal bags as well. This is very, very, very important. Many times I have seen this question. Autolysis, okay, of a cell because they release different kind of enzymes. Again, different types of medicines that causes death of the cell. It has to eat lots of things, otherwise it will going to cause the death of the cell. Okay, phagocytosis, lysosome in the white blood cells in WBC. We will going to study about the WBC, RBC, blood components, everything we're going to study, but not right now. It is right now just covered with the WBC. In general terms, we know WBC provides us what immunity. So they are provided. They are just giving us one definition about it, or you may say some information or its role, functionality of lysosome. That lysosome in white blood cell contain enzymes that digest foreign materials such as microorganisms. That is why it provides you the immunity because it won't allow any foreign material, any foreign body, sometimes the bacteria, sometimes the other things. It won't allow the WBC like just come in a van or something like on a bike on a car that it just go and attack on the foreign body. You are going to kill our body? No, we won't allow you. So they just put the lots of gun on the neck, on the foreign body and get through it. The foreign body won't be able to do or perform any harmful function in the body. It is just because of the lysosome majorly, and which is in majority it is present in the white blood cells. I mean, not say present, I would say actively present or in maximum number. Okay, that is called as a phagocytosis. Okay. Okay, centrosome. Centrosome is very important. I will not going to cover this round because it also there's a cycle or there's a chain. I would say there are phases which is required or which you need to be known very much familiar to understand majorly how the cell reproduce, centrosome, centriole, everything will be there, and you will going to understand only then if I give you the better explanation of how the cell reproduce. Okay, how it mutate. Centrosome is present, needs to be present over there. Okay, it helps in the reproduction. Okay, the cellular reproduction, not that reproduction, cellular reproduction. Of course, that reproduction as well, but in this right now, the cellular reproduction, how a cell reproduce itself. Centrosome is very important over there. So I'm going to stop it right now, or close our class with this, because it is very important topic, and it's quite a very lengthy topic. Okay, I really hope that today's session is useful as per in terms of knowledge and in terms of your examination point of view, which is the real point of view right now. May I know anyone, or if there is anyone who has any doubt, any questions regarding till now?
No, ma'am, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yes, you covered in a both way, ma'am. As for a knowledge purpose and also exam point of view.
Oh, thank you so much. I really hope that tomorrow you are going to revise all these terms, because I'm going to take a quick test before we start from the central zone. Okay? I really hope.
Okay.
Ji, Ji Sumanji?
Yeah, okay, I said that's it.
Okay, okay, okay. One more thing, that these notes are available on the drive. You may read the whole PDF over there if you want to, and if you want to read only the much that I have to today we discussed, okay, it is your choice. Okay, if you read more, then you will able to understand in like in the future way, that you have some questions to ask. If you contemplate what is these are things, what are this is the word, or maybe you forgot something, you didn't understand, you can contemplate. Otherwise you won't be able to contemplate if you won't read it previously. Okay, I really hope the session is very useful for you, and for especially exam point of view, because you will then only you can understand the level of diet and nutrition, and the therapy level, and the psychology level as well. Yes, please take one. Student is going to ask.
Have you shared the drive and notes?
I don't have the link, but yes, I will definitely going to ask that they will share the link of in the group. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I request anyone, please, if you do the prayer, ending prayer, or if I do.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please.
All of you
Sit in
sit
any.
straight, neck and back erect. Gently close your eyes. Hands in chin mudra. Inhale deeply. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukkhabhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently wipe your hand. Keep it on your eyes. Press your eyebrows. Then gently release and relax. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. I
Okay, thank
request.
you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
you, Namaskaram. Thank you.